How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Clutch Cinema Talk. Back with another movie review, as today we will be reviewing Melina Matsoukas. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Excuse me. Her new movie, Queen and Slim. Queen and Slim. This movie I was most excited for this month. And it's finally here, coming out right before Thanksgiving. So let's get right into it. Alright, so this movie, as you've seen from the trailers, is a racially charged movie. And well, despite the narrative on police brutality and all of that, it's a story about the journey over the destination. The journey, you know how they say the journey is more important than the destination. It's about that. It's a love story, a love journey, and we see that between the two characters, Queen and Slim. Queen, whose nickname being played by Jodie Turner-Smith, amazing job from her. And then Slim, being played by Daniel Kaluuya, amazing job from him. Two amazing performances. I always believe that Kaluuya is one of the great actors of our time right now. Like I said, the story being about the journey over the destination, also the branching effect of their journey and of the start of their journey on the different individuals and groups at the time. Now, with that being said, from the trailer, some scenes that I saw that I hoped wouldn't lean into what I think was going to happen, maybe ended up happening. And because of that, I didn't like some of the messages that were being sent at that time. But overall, the overall message of the movie was said, and I felt it. I felt what they were saying, especially with the modern approach and with everything going on. I don't want to get too deep into it, but with everything going around, I felt the message of the movie. Now into the story itself, the characters, they make several decisions that were like, are you serious? Why would you do that? Very illogical given the situation that they're in. I mean, think about it. First of all, you're on the run from the police, okay? There's a lot of things that you can't do. A lot of them. If you have a list, half of those things you probably can't do given that you're getting chased by police. But our characters in this movie make some decisions. I was like, wow, okay. And I get that it's because, you know, it's a love journey, an emotional journey, and you gotta fall in love somehow, right? But I just wish that they made a little bit more realistic decisions, and also I wish there was a more fluent transition on the love approach. That I think those two things would have made this movie a little bit better. Now, saying that, the movie I thought was really good. Now, movies like this nowadays, they're gonna have either a lot of two sides of a coin. One side where everyone just bashes it for reasons, and they just don't even like it before even seeing it, and just hearing what comes to the other side of the coin, where everyone is praising it for, you know, reasons. And that's all I want to say about that. Two sides of the coins. But for me, you gotta watch these things as a movie. You gotta watch the whole thing, understand both what they're going for and the message. And I heard both sides of it, and I think this movie is good for what it is. It's not perfect, obviously, but I believe this movie was great for how it was. Now, that said, the pacing of this movie was off. This movie was 2 hours and 11 minutes, I believe. I think it was 2 hours and 11 minutes. And there were many long scenes that were getting a little unnecessary. There was a lot of parts that were unnecessary that didn't really need to be in this film. Like there's a whole scene when I was watching, I was like, how did this play in to what's going on? But that they could have those scenes could have been taken out, and the movie would have been fine. If it's one of those movies that feels like there's an extra half hour that is just not needed, where they could cut that down and make it a little bit more enjoyable, because, you know, long movies don't really do that great unless you're keeping it consistent throughout the whole thing. You feel me? Another thing about the pacing, there was a lot of the structure of the movie was getting a little repetitive at times, where they would, you know, go to someone else, go to someone else, go to someone else, go to someone else. I just feel like that was just getting a little bit like, oh, this is happening again. I just didn't like that part about it. I think that's what made it a little bit long, having that thing. I think it could have been shortened down Believe me, it could have been shortened down. Overall, this movie is getting an 8, a solid 8 out of 10, 8.0 out of 10, 100. From me, I really enjoyed this movie. It was the thing that was a little bit, that didn't make it quite perfect was the pacing was long. It was a bit long. They could have cut it down. Some of the editing was a little bit meh. And a touch of scenes were what they were going for. I feel like really didn't have to be included in this, or shouldn't have been included in this. But overall, it was heard. This movie is a great movie that when you walk out the movie theater, you want to have a discussion with. And that's exactly what movies should be about. Movies should be about raising conversations, being able to talk about some things that we try not to talk about, or we want to talk about. And I'm not always talking about, political things, believe me. But movies you should be able to talk about. That's what they should be. What point of a movie is when you go in, you watch, and you forget about the next day? What is the point in that? Why would you even go watch it? Why was that even being made? Because of the money. That's why. That's why. But movies are about the content and being able to talk about this content for years to come. That's what I believe. And this movie does that. It's a great movie to watch, and you could talk about it after. You should definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. May feel a bit long, but you could get through it. It's all right. 2 hours, and it's good. This has been another review from your boy KC from Clutch Cinema Talk. If you like this review and you want to see more, I got a bunch on my channel. I do movie review. Wait. Oh! I forgot my glasses again. Oh my god. Oh! Wow. I'm just gonna put it in the thumbnail. Alright? Okay, I'm talking too much. I'll see you in the next video, alright? Oh, my glasses.